Premier, I referred to Channel 7 News last night where you attended a massive Melbourne Cup crowd at Ascot, where there was clearly no social distancing, unruly and rowdy behaviour, and the 2 square metre rule was completely ignored, including by yourself, Premier, and I ask, Premier, will our quiet...
Members,
Premier, will our quiet...
Members, I want to hear this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Premier, will our quiet and respectful places of worship also be exempt from the 2 square metre rule so they can provide important and desperately needed pastoral care?
We are currently working through options for places of worship to allow for a higher density in those venues, as we have done with cinemas and various theatres and places of that nature. The difficulty was, of course, is there's far more places of worship that we need to deal with, something in the vicinity of 1,000. So we're working through those solutions with the Police Commissioner as we speak. That's been work that's been ongoing for the last fortnight or so.
So, Premier, when do you expect to remove these restrictions from our places of worship so they can continue to help those people who are in need during this COVID pandemic? Our places of worship have been the first point of call for many people who are desperately in seek of help.
Now, Mr Speaker, looking at the same relaxation measures we have put in place for cinemas and theatres is something that is currently ongoing. But as I explained to you in my earlier answer, there are far more venues that are churches or places of worship than there are cinemas or theatres. So therefore, whilst we were on the cusp of announcing something about this a couple of weeks ago, we have to reconsider, just considering the numbers of places that would need to put in place COVID safety plans and the like, or different arrangements, were they to go from a 50% capacity to a 60% capacity.
I want to start off, Acting Speaker, with question time today. And today I asked a question of the Premier about houses of worship and why they are still restricted on the 2 square metre rule, unlike those that attend the football or attend Ascot for the Melbourne Cup. What surprised me was the response that I got from the Labor members on the other side. And that was the minute I raised the word place of worship, there were a number of members on the other side that yelled and screamed like I was raising a dirty word. And the people who were at the forefront, and I can tell you in the Cedar-Darling range, the Byford Baptist Church every Thursday feed over 200 families. Every Thursday. People line up, they got donations from Woolworths, donations from IGA, donations from Coles, donations from the local butcher, donations from the local orchard growers to feed families who are struggling. So it absolutely disappoints me that whenever the word house of worship or church or religion is raised in this House, members on the other side see it fit to yell and scream as if it's a dirty word. Well, it's about time that the Labor members on the other side show respect for all communities.
Thank you, members.
So what I'm asking that this place does is next time they hear the word church or they hear the house of worship used in this House, try and refrain from yelling out. Try and show some respect for a very strong community that supports Western Australians across the whole state. And all they're simply asking for right now is to have the 2 square metre rule removed, like you can at the football, like you can at Ascot yesterday on Melbourne Cup, so they can have their parishioners and their community come together and help and support each other during this difficult time. I don't know why they're treated any different to a footy fan or a Melbourne Cup fan.
Authorised S. Calabrese, Liberal Party, Perth.